Today is Friday, September 13th, 2024. We are at Edmonds Path Trailhead right now. We just left our car at the Crawford Connector parking and rode our bikes. It was 2.3 miles. Not downhill. All right, so we're gonna head up to Eisenhower. Parking lot is full. I think it's around 9:45 or so. And there's some people parked on the street now. But there's plenty of parking. Crawford Connector is like a third of the way full, maybe less. So should be a good day. We're gonna do Pierce and Eisenhower and the Mitzvah path. What is it? Mitzvah cutoff, whatever that little chunk is. John has not done that. And we might do the little spur out to the Crawford Cliffs. For some reason, neither of us have ever done it. I think we always figure we'll do it at the end, and then we're just like, let's be done. So we never do it. But we might choose to do it today. We'll see. And we're off. We are right up near the junction with the Eisenhower Loop Trail. And this is Monroe right here. Clay and Jefferson. Washington is kind of behind Monroe now. And I could see it before. It's kind of hazy looking out towards the Kilkenny Range. And then over this way towards the Twin Range. There's a big group of people right in front of me. And then this will be kind of the side. We're gonna go climb up. We are approaching the summit now. Whew. It's quite warm. Looks like nice blue skies when you're looking straight ahead. But then you look over, where'd that cloud come from?
Rolling in.
Jefferson. So I said looking up towards Monroe before, but we were looking up at like the bump below Monroe and Franklin. So little Monroe, Franklin over here. Washington with a cloud kind of in between us. Boot spur coming around. Isolation right in the center. Kearsarge North now in the center in the back. And haze for days that way. Looking down into the Sandwich Range. And then Kerrigan. Boy. It is hot. There's more breeze than they called for, which is a good thing. We stopped and took off our shirts, which are completely soaked with sweat, and put on sun shirts right as we broke out of tree line. There's a big AMC group that were hanging around having a snack down there. There it is. I'll shoot again from the summit, but usually there's people up there. I don't like to do obnoxious talking videos when there's people up there. So we'll see. It might be a quiet video. We're heading up to the official summit of Pierce, although this is right in here is really a great spot to enjoy looking up at Eisenhower and Washington. Jefferson over on the left. And from there you can kind of look down into the dry river over to Isolation. And then the summit is right up here. It's a little clearing. You can still stand and look out at Washington from there, but the better views are really down here. All right, and then we're gonna head straight over instead of coming back this way and head out to the hut. We are heading over on Webster Cliff Trail towards Mitzpah Hut right now. It's really a lovely section of trail. Lots of moss. There's the occasional little pop-out view too. So I think we'll have a look back. Maybe not. We definitely have a look ahead towards Webster and Jackson. But we are very, very close to Mitzpah Hut now, and they have replaced this ladder, which was terrible. So that's awesome. And they also swapped out, it looks like they swapped out the bulk of the bog bridges right before it. They used to have those ones that were sort of on the side of a hill, and they had bent nails all in them to keep you from sliding off, and they replaced them with these nice thick boards, but there's no nails, so I don't know how good that'll be in the winter, but they're nice and solid now, so that's good. And we're coming right around the corner to the hut. We're down at Mitzpah Hut now. We're going to take Webster Cliff Trail for point 1, heading towards Webster and Jackson. And then take the Mitzpah cutoff. Yay. This is the most people I think we've seen on trail in, I don't even know, since last summer sometime. A lot of people out today. And we tend to do lesser used trails now, so it's kind of a shock to see so many people. So you can stay at the hut, or you can stay at the Nauman tent site, which is right over here. The caretaker tent is right in there. There's these ones with the nails. I love that. Especially on a bog bridge like that that's angled. That's wonderful.
How many people had to slip to get hurt?
I don't know, but it seems like a lot of work to bend those nails too.
I don't know if they're bent.
You don't think, you think they're like used staples? Could be. They should be. Hey, look at that. That's cool. There's some kind of orange fungus that's coming out of every crack on this. Neato. All right, heading to the cutoff. This is Gibbs Falls. It's only up a little ways, like 0.3, 0.4, something like that from 302. It's flowing pretty good considering we haven't really had any rain, but it's doing okay. And above it, we got a tree that's changed. There were a lot that had changed already. I'm a little surprised. I think it might have something to do with the lack of rain. But, all right, so we're almost down to where we'll split off, cross a bridge, and that will be the Crawford Connector. And then after the bridge is where we pick up the little spur trail for the Crawford Cliffs, I believe. And that's our plan. We just crossed that bridge on the Crawford Connector. So if we continue down, we would hit the parking lot in about 2/10. But we're gonna go up to Crawford Cliff, which I think is 4/10 each way. I have zero idea what this is. If it's a view out, if it's overgrown, I don't know. Oh, red squirrel just ran across. I did not read about it. It's a spur trail that every time we're up here, I think we'll hit it on the way out, and then we never do. So today we're gonna hit it on the way out. Okay, so we are up on Crawford Cliff right now, looking across at Field and Tom. Tom over here, Field over here. This is the Highland Center in Crawford Notch. And this is, I'm more afraid of heights than I thought I was. Let's see. I don't want to get too close to the edge. When you walk out, let me walk over here. We came out right here. So the trail was gently inclined along the water, and then it turned and went steeply up. It was quite steep. Then it leveled off for a little bit. And then it climbed very steeply at the end, and we came out here. And right behind John, there are some pieces of hardware, like rock climbing pieces attached. And I went over to the edge and kind of peered over, which I'm going to do again with this GoPro, but I'm not going to peer over because it gave me total vertigo. Let's see if I extend it. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but there were, oh yeah, I could see one. There's some hardware down there. So obviously this is a climbing cliff. Oh, I'm feeling, I just got to get away from that. Okay. There you have it. And it's kind of a sketchy climb up, so you wouldn't want to do this in the winter, even though it's short. It's definitely got like no fall zones all along the edge of this area down here as we walk along. Not good. All right. Well, that was interesting. I don't know that I need to come out here ever again unless I take up rock climbing. But yeah, and you might be able to tell, I don't know how well you can tell, but over on the side of Tom in here, it's really starting to pop those fall colors. And then right here, obviously, you can see stuff, but there's quite a bit on the side of Tom. Fall's coming. All right, so we're gonna head back down this, and we're about a half mile from the car, I guess, because it was inside the FPA when we took this. So we should be back shortly. That's a nice hike. It was way more people than I'm used to seeing. You have your poles? Yeah. But it was a beautiful day. Okay, so this is a little steep, and then it's not eroded because nobody comes out here. So what you get are tree roots, and those things can be very, very treacherous and slippery. All right, good hike. It's gonna end up being about 8.5 miles, maybe a little under that, around there. And yeah, fun day. So we are descending now, and there's actually a sign out there that indicates that the trail, I'll show it to you. It's up high, I didn't see it on the way in. The trail goes up to the left, but there's a nice little pop out to a stream, and then the light is really bad, but that is a really nice hole, like a swimming hole. It's beautiful. I'll show you. There's a blowdown right here. But they've cleared the branches on it, so obviously people go there. And there's a sign way, way up there. I didn't drill in, but that says trail, and then there's an arrow pointing uphill. So this is our first steep climb right here when you come in. So that was lovely. All right.